All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example to his younger brothers, and peace and blessing salutate to the hopeful elect that's out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners that have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I want to do a lesson, responding, to this comment that was left on the video, and it just made me think of how the mindset of our people, is being conformed back to righteousness, man. All right, the remnant of Israel is being gathered. All right, men, women, and children, beginning with the men first. All right, the leaders and the foundation of the nation. All right, and then you're gonna have, women that's gonna believe as well, who are gonna be conformed and be in subjection, under those men. Now within Israel, you have women that know that they're Israelites, they are still demons, still have their feminist mind frame and, still coming at Queen of Heaven spirit, which, the spirit calls it out, and at the end of the day, judgment gonna go forth and deal with it, So we're not, the mind frame that every woman, that knows that they're Israelite, or says Shalom is in the right spirit, but you are gonna have particular women, that's gonna be sincere, women of the elect, you know. So as I was looking, at the comments this morning, and I seen this from the sister Zion Noah, all right, and it says Shalom elect house of David, and it says family. I notice you have a fresh burn on your arm, fresh aloe vera leaf, can heal and protect it. Shalom. Now, when we, speak about, women, being in the truth, well, a woman in the truth is really a woman, all right, that's in the mindset, serving a man, or being helpful to the body, you know, being helpful to the body. And because really, a woman, knowing a lot of precepts and knowing breakdowns, of course, the sisters that watch, all the time, they're gonna have an understanding on particular things. They're gonna know particular breakdowns because they're always around, you know. But it's not their lot to excel in that. See, the role of a woman is to excel and being, a help, unto the men. You see, and this sister, she gave some helpful, information. It just so happened that my wife, she grows, aloe, so Lord willing, I get home today, she can cut the plant open, because you can see the burn, on my arm. Just a quick story how it happened. At work, I was, going to tell one of the truck drivers to go get some material for us for a job, and I pulled myself. I made it to his truck. I grabbed the door handle with my left hand, pulled myself up, and my right hand touched that muffler that's on the side of the truck. It was already hot outside anyway. Plus that muffler gonna be hot regardless. So my hand, my arm, my forearm touched it, and it burnt the shit out of me. And it hurt like hell for a couple of days, but finally it stopped hurting. And it started a healing process. But I know that aloe vera oil, is gonna speed up that process and, restore their skin. So, the sister gave some helpful advice, and it seems like a small, minute thing, but it's the mindset, because there's a lot of people, that watch these videos, especially women. We have a lot of women, all right, watch these videos, just to see where they can try to correct the brother or they try to critique a brother, you know. Or I had one woman, I mentioned that picture that Elder Apostle Gabar, had concerning of the last supper, what they call the last supper, right? The Passover, the last Passover that Yahweh Shah had with the disciples, and it had women, within that setting, and I said that was off, Now you had this woman, I'm thinking it was a woman. I didn't know for sure, but it sounded something like a woman would say, and she said, uh, "Who said women can't keep the Passover?" You know, and I'm like, that's a feminist mind frame, because here it is. You watch that whole lesson, and the only thing you got out of it was, you know, I was referring to women not being able to keep the Passover, you know, and I was talking about that particular picture in that particular setting, that Passover that Yahweh Shah had with the disciples. No women was there, but she got offended, and she, who said women can't keep the Passover, you know, so that shows the mindset, that a woman is in, man. Women, you have a woman always looking for some way, got this why demon on them, why women can't do this, why women can't do that, because there's an order, man. All right, and women have a beautiful order, all right, with that within their role, within their lot. Esau Edom has gotten women, so far, removed from their role, that they find anything that goes against their mind frame, all right, to be offensive, man. And the scriptures go against feminism and women's equalities and, women's liberations and all this madness, man. But a woman can be a very beautiful thing in her order, man. All right. So let's go to Psalms 113 and 9, and they call this one of the great halals, all right, one of the great praises. Now, at the end, when you go to the last verse, it said, He maketh the barren woman to keep house and to be a joyful mother of children. Praise ye the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai. And part of keeping the house, it's not just about cleaning up and cooking, but also knowing how to, knowing how to, use the earth, all right, for a medicine to your household, man. You know, when with a woman that knows how to nurse a man back to health, all right, that's part of keeping the house as well, man. You know, and see, we've been so far removed, that these modern day women will be offended if you just ask about cooking, let alone, if she understands anything about the herbs or plants. You know, these women have become simple as hell. The modern women has become combative and simple as hell, man. And the scriptures tell us, all right, when you go to um Sirach 7 and 26, the Sirach 7 and 26, it says, Hast thou a wife after thy mind? Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman. Now, I want to get that word light in the etymology line. I meant to look it up before I started, but let's get that in the etymology line, because the majority of these women are light as hell, man. Now I'm gonna go down. I looked it up before. All right. Now this is It says meaning frivolous is from early 13th centuries, dead of unchaste. All right. Someone that's promiscuous. All right. And it says from late, both from the notion of lacking moral gravity, man. All right, because these women today, all right, are into everything, man. They'll have a trans friend. They have a friend from the whole alphabet community, from each alphabet. All right, they got a working nigga that's a simp, you know, playing on him, with a street nigga on the side, you know, just madness, man. No moral gravity, man. You know, like Cardi B, what she said, she was, she was doping, she was doping niggas up out the club, robbing them, and then letting her homosexual friend pop them, man. You see, and this is the role model to millions of women, you know. But the women of this society have very low morals, man. The majority, man. You see, and you young brothers, like I said, I done pretty much did what I'm gonna do out there. Every now and then, some come along, but for the most part, I kind of slowed down a whole lot. But You younger brothers, man, be mindful when you out here, man. All right, Eve is into everything, man. Eve is into witchcraft, neck romancing. Eve is a Marxist, communist. Eve is into every damn thing, man. You know, and um, it says the notion and make light of is unimportance. You see, and these women, all right, have made themselves very unimportant, man. Because see, a woman in this society, she puts her value, all right, is how much sexual pleasure she can give you, or how fine she is, or her status in this society. That's what she puts her value in, man. You know, but if you really needed her for something of value, she wouldn't be able to come through, man. All right. Let's say, my arm was burning for a week and I ain't know how to stop it, man. You know, but all she can do is play damn dress up, man. All right. All she can do is put outfits on. She would be unimportant in that situation, man. You know, or I had help, or I had insomnia, where I couldn't sleep. You know, and all she can do is play dress up, man. She will be unimportant. Take pictures and playing trips. That's all she can do, you know? But then you have a woman that knows what to put on the burn to heal it. Or you have a woman that knows what type of tea to make to help you get sleep. What type of, get the St. John's wort, add that to your regimen, to help you sleep. That's a woman of some type of value, man. A woman that has wifely skills, motherly skills. That's the women of value, and we're coming to learn that, man. Because we all thought it was all about, how a woman shaped, how she looked, and how much pleasure she can give you, man. All right, we put high stake in that, man, and we was mistaken. Now, of course, you want a woman to look decent, man. A woman shouldn't just let herself go, So you'll want a woman to look, decent, to par, but that's not all right. The deciding factor, Matter of fact, I get that. Um, I think it was one more, or was that it? I think it was one more word I wanted to get. But yeah, man, scripture tell you if you have a woman after your mind, forsake her not, and give yourself not over to a light woman, man. And women and men to do that. Why? All right, let's get the precept for it. It might have been all. All right, but let's get the precept for that. To explain it. All right, because the scripture tell you desire. All right. Yup, this is Sirach 25:1. It says, "Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure." Yeah, stumble not. All right, because there's a lot of men that make horrible decisions based on how a woman look. All right, there's a lot of men that make horrible decisions. There's a lot of men in prison or in the graveyard based on how women look. You see, they stumble at beauty. There's a lot of men that have gotten off their purpose, and made her the purpose off of what? How she looks, man. And desire her not for pleasure. Yeah, and that pleasure, man. Which we are men, of course, is, that pleasure demon hell. That's that's a battle. I know that's gonna be a battle, till the chariots come. But we should be to the point where we're not being drugged through the mud, all right, trying to chase pleasure, man. Because that's really unimportant in the overall scheme of things. Because pleasure was a part, was an incentive of sex to be what? Fruitful and multiply. As a man to do what? All right, add to your household, add to your legacy. Now we're not in a situation where we can do that. All right, but you still, as a man, you do your thing. All right, but you don't invest a lot of stake into that, man, because that's a light thing. That's it's a small thing. That shouldn't be what consumes our mind thoughts, our mindset, man. You know, our thought process. You know, that's something that shouldn't consume it. You know, because niggas are consumed in that, man. All right. Now let's go to verse 1. It says, "In three things I was beautified and stood up beautiful both before the Most High and men, the unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, a man and a wife that agree together." You see, a man and a wife that agree together, man, we're supposed to complement each other, man. All right. Now, due to the curses, you know, that evil eye, you know, has been put between the man and woman, and that feminist movement, and this, you know, this music, all right, and this Hollywood, you know, has definitely, you know, through gasoline, you know, on that curse, you know, of us having the evil eye towards each other. You see, but now we're getting back to the point to where we're complimenting each other, man. You know, hey, because what the men of the Lord are doing is provoking Yahweh Bashim Shah to deliver his people, man. You know? And the women are aiding those men that's doing it. You see? So it's going to complement both of us, man. We complement each other, and it's going to benefit both of us, man. It's going to lead to the deliverance of the 1/3, all right, that elect, which is men, women, and children, man. So we're all, you know, playing our part within the overall scheme of the salvation of Israel, man. And women have a beautiful role, but it's not in authority. It's not in the place of making decisions. It's not at the forefront. It's not being seen. It's not teaching, you know. But it's about being what? They help meet what they was created to do, man. Which is very vital to nation building, man. You know? Because like I say, these women of this society have been groomed to be simple as hell, man. Like when you look at, let's see if we can find a quick, you know, just a quick Cardi B, Joe Biden. All right, now let's just listen to a little bit of this, man. You know.
I gotta hit install the Chime app today and get started.
Very like-minded, man.
Were you recently injured in a car accident? Look at this check for $160,000.
You know the nickname she gave her father when she was growing up? She called me Joey B. So we may be related or something.
Yep, Cardi B and Joey B.
Cardi B gives Joey B the third degree. Yeah, Joey B, like,
Care. And this is why it's important to have free Medicare, because look what's happening right now. You see why we should have been have free Medicare for a long time. I, of course, think that we need free college education.
We're going to have, if I get elected president, free college education. 4 years of college, flat out. Anybody with a family less than 125 grand, you're going to get a free education. Everybody gets free education for community college.
And when you look at her, all right, she don't know what the hell, all right, this nigga is talking about, man. You know, it's just a simple woman, all right? And it's just an example of many, you know, of millions of Israelite women.
First think that we need free, no justice for it. I'm tired of it. I just want more stricter laws that is fair to black citizens, and you know, it's fair for cops too.
Cardi adds that the racial strife in the U.S. has even made...
Simple as hell, man. You know, then I heard an interview with Saweetie, however you say it. I heard her talk, and I was like, oh my goodness, man. You know? Just to see if it, just a quick one.
From New York and on the new Hot 97 app, Ebro in the morning. On Hot 97.
It's Ebro in the morning, a beautiful Laura Styles, Rosenberg, with sort of new jacket thing.
Not really, nope.
Nah. And this amazing, beautiful woman here, Saweetie. Give it up for her.
Yeah, sweetie.
Now, the reason you're here is because you have a very popular song. What's it called again?
Icy Girl.
Icy Girl. And I saw it on Instagram, and then people were like sharing it, and then I went to your page, and you got like 1 million followers.
Nah, I got like 490, no, like 460.
Is it 460?
I think like 4.
Oh no, it was 1 million views. That's what it was.
Million
A million
views,
views.
yeah.
where did you come from? Who are you? Tell us your whole story. Where are you from?
I'm from the Bay Area,
Okay.
Bay Area, Sacramento. I went to college for a few years, USC in LA. I've been wanting to do this since I was, 14. So I'm just living my dream right now.
And you have just this one song.
I have a lot of covers, and this was actually, like a freestyle just over a beat that kind of just got popping. So I was doing a lot of like 1 minute to 2 minute songs on SoundCloud, and this just blew up.
So was this originally meant to be sort of a Kaya cover?
Now, when he asked her, to really sum herself up, it took 10 seconds, man. All right? 10 seconds, man. She just a nigga woman that wanted to be a rapper, man, or just wanted to be popping, you see? But, that's the standard of the women of this society. But see, now that standard is being broken up. And see, Yahweh Shema Shai is going to burn a lot of women alive, man, because they're not useful for anything, man. You see? So, going back to the scriptures, when you go to Ecclesiastes 26:14, all right, it says, a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed, man. A woman that you can mold into something, all right, that's to your benefit, man. A woman that's submissive enough to be molded into, all right, what you got going on, and to be helpful, man, and to add to what you got going on, man. All right? Well, this society has created a standard of useless women, man. Simple, light-minded, don't know nothing women, man. And the Most High finna get rid of a lot of women in the planet Earth, man. They have been duped, by the beast, by this serpent, man. That Eve and serpent mentality finna be done away with, man. But a woman within her order can be a beautiful thing, man. Now, I close here. I get one more. I'll get one more. Because this word is breaking down. Matter of fact, I'll get in the blue letter so I can get that definition. But this word, is breaking down strongholds, man. Matter of fact, before I do that, I get now this shows you that how far women have fallen, because even back then you had a witch, all right, going back to the time of Saul, that was in the mind frame of a servant. We're going to get that account. Now what happened, Saul went to find this woman that had familiar spirits, a witch, to summon up Samuel. So Samuel, she summoned up Samuel, and basically Samuel cut Saul out, all right, and Saul was, he was butthurt, so you had the witch, that became a servant. She seen Saul and how it was, and she became servant. She had some type of compassion, man, and this is a witch, all right. Now, I started at 20. It said, then Saul fell straight away all alone on the earth and was so afraid because of the words of Samuel. Because Samuel said the Philistine was going to kill him. It says, and there was no strength in him, for he had eaten no bread all the day nor all the night. And the woman came unto Saul, and this is that witch, and saw that he was sore troubled. You see, so she had a concern, and said unto him, behold, thine handmaid, which she put herself in as a what? As a servant. She called herself his handmaid, and that was typical amongst ancient Israel. The woman knew that she was a servant, all right, unto, the men of Israel. The women knew that they were servants unto the men of Israel, all right? And it says, thy handmaid have obeyed thy voice, and have put my life in my hand, and have hearkened unto thy words which thou hast spakest unto me. Now therefore I pray thee, hearken thou also unto the voice of thine handmaid, and let me set a morsel of bread before thee, and eat, that thou mayest have strength when thou goest on thy way. But he refused and said, I will not eat. But his servants together with the woman compelled him, and he hearkened unto their voice. So he arose from the earth and sat upon the bed. And the woman had a fat calf in the house, and she hasted and killed it. All right, so she killed it Then she had to prepare it, so she butchered the cow. You see? she was very useful in this situation, man. All right? She slaughtered the cow, butchered it, then prepared it, man. You know? It says, and netted it, and did bake unleavened bread thereof, and brought it before Saul and before his servants, and they did eat, and then they rose up and went away that night, man. And that was a witch, man. You see? Showing you that how far our women have failed from being useful, man. You know? But you have that coming back. That energy, that standard is coming back, you know, amongst Israel, man. You see? So, let's get this in 1 Corinthians. All right? I think it might be 2 Corinthians. Yeah, 2 Corinthians. Let's get that in 2 Corinthians chapter 10. All right, verse 4. It said, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds, man. And that feminist, you know, Queen of Heaven mindset was a heavy stronghold, but their word is tearing it down, man. And this word is establishing a whole new standard amongst, all right, the hopeful elect, man. You see? Now you go into the word strongholds in the Greek.
Strong's G 3794, Ahurama. Ahurama.
Yep, Ahurama. Now, when you go into definition A, it says of arguments and reasoning by which a disputant endeavors to fortify his opinion and defend it against his opponent. And now that stronghold of feminism and you know, women's equality is being torn down, man, by this word, man. You know, because it doesn't make sense, and you women are losing trying to live by their doctrine, man. All right. You're losing trying to win, trying to live by their doctrine, man. You know? So, I just want to put that out there. You know, shalom to that sister for that, you know, that advice, you know, for my arm. You know, hey, we just going to keep growing in the spirit, keep maturing, you know, and the Lord's going to come deliver his elect, man. You know, hey, continue to conform to righteousness, man. We have a standard, and we have a beautiful standard that the Lord gave us to live by, man. You know, as men and women, all right, of Israel, man. So, Lord, will edify until next time I say shalom.